I'm Ashton Addison from BlockWest Capital for Investment Pitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Paul Lee, the CEO of Synesis One. Paul, welcome to the show, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Ashton. Thank you for having us.
You're very welcome. I'm excited to dive into the solutions that Synesis is working on in the blockchain space. You're actually working on a lot of different things. There's NFTs, there's a Metaverse, there's the AI data sets, the importance of decentralized data. There's so much to talk about. I would love for you to kick us off with just an overview, in your words, of Synesis and the solutions that you're driving.
Sure, absolutely. Let me try to do it as best of my abilities. So basically, Synesis One is a Web3 utility and NFT marketplace for artificial intelligence. And it's basically the symbiosis of Synesis DAO and what we call the Canon exchange, powered by our governance token Synesis and our semi-fungible token called Canon. So it's a collaboration and harmony of these two tokens.
Great. Well, thank you for that. And so there's the NFT marketplace. There's the importance of NFTs in gaming and GameFi. Maybe we can start just at a high level on how you see GameFi reinventing the gaming world and introducing blockchain and NFTs into games, and what that's going to look like going forward.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think GameFi is the next big thing. I think that's going to be the next big bang. Gamification has been there for yonks, throughout history. And now everyone is looking towards making money in a fun way. Gaming was, it evolved from paying to use the game, paying to play the game, to free to play. Now it's, play to earn. And that GameFi component is crucial in getting the crowd excited about the project that you're doing, but also having fun inside it with the ability to make a lot of money. And we're incorporating gamified, GameFi basically very much into our system so that our users and the crowd that are going to be participating have fun in playing the games, but also have the ability to make a lot of money. And that's the whole point. They need to have the ability to make money. Otherwise, it doesn't matter whether it's gaming, whether it's NFT, no one's going to play it, right? So you need to have the ability and the source where people can make a lot of money, but also do that in a much more engaging, fun way.
Yeah, it's incredible to think about us talking about how people that are playing games that have GameFi built into them are really making a living playing video games.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And this isn't actually new because, people during the, when Korea was very, very strong, and it's still very, very strong in the gaming industry, but, there were game items that were basically mined. And people were trading these game items at a secondary market, tertiary market, and they were making a lot of money out of it. Now, that is evolved into the NFT and the GameFi space, and we are going to be taking full advantage of this because my co-founder Joshua Hong, who is a gaming guru, he started his entrepreneurship in the gaming industry, so he knows the game inside out, and he's one of the guys actually who invented coined the term free to play. Now it's play to earn.
Very cool. I love it. And I know that you're working on these integrations with NFTs and NFT Marketplace. We've been talking about GameFi, but is Synesis actually creating games themselves, or are you just creating the tools available for capturing that value?
Oh, this is a very important point, Ashton. So we're going to be creating the games ourselves, and we've already hired the top sci-fi writers in the world, as well as the top game companies here in Korea. As you know, the gaming industry here in Korea is massive. Now, it's the whole point of Synesis DAO, as well as the Canon exchange, is that it's in harmony. It works together, meaning the Canon exchange is a native NFT marketplace for Canon, and this Canon token allows people to participate in data yield farming. And that's the way to get people involved in playing the games, but also having fun so that they train the AIs.
Definitely. I think we need to touch on this a little bit further because people that are first getting into DeFi, they see there's staking and now there's yield farming where you can earn a yield on your assets. But these AI data sets throws a little twist in the understanding and there's a little bit more to it. So maybe you could elaborate a little bit on that.
Absolutely. So all AI companies around the world, they need data sets, and these data need to be trained by individuals, by the crowd, by paid personnel. Now, what we're trying to do is let's try to make that process fun. So it's basically Mechanical Turk for crypto. And we're doing that using the GameFi component, but we are allowing word puzzle games as well as word games, which we call logology. These very simple but very engaging games that people are playing without even thinking about them, right? And you're actually training the AI and making money on top of it. And if you own the NFTs, what our NFT is what we call the ontology primitive, which is basically keywords with beautiful AI-generated art on it. And owning that keyword, let's say, what's a good one? Let's say refund, right? And an AI company is using, creating e-commerce chatbots. And that e-commerce company is using the refund word, numerous times, multiple times through that AI piece. That means the person who owns the NFT word of refund will be able to earn money whilst they're sleeping, whilst the AI is actually performing and using that word, because you own that word. And when you think about owning a word, whether that is, love, harmony, or even, any swear words, I mean, any time someone uses it, any transaction is they're making money, you can totally use DeFi on that, whether that's lending process, whether that's borrowing process, and a whole new different DeFi capabilities come into this NFT.
Wow. Yeah, incredible. It really is the next step from just owning some character in-game skin to owning almost anything.
Exactly. And think about owning words. I mean, our NFTs are going to be produced in multiple languages, 10,000 words at a time. And imagine owning a word in Arabic, owning a word in Chinese, and you're getting paid for it. And you can participate in yield generation. And, it's not just fun, but it's it's a whole different sentiment of owning a word. I mean, it's not just owning a kitty or an ape.
Definitely. This is incredible, Paul. And I would love for you to talk a little bit more about, how long your team's been working on this and where exactly you're at with the project right now.
Sure. So we've literally started Synesis One in 2021. And we finished our pre-sales very, very quickly. We were oversubscribed and everyone was very, very excited to participate. We got very big names. And right now we're building our first alpha product. It's going to be out very, very soon. Our white paper is ready, our website's ready, and we are going to be building a community. And as I said, we're already working with sci-fi writers as well as game companies to produce and make games that are going to be very, very engaging. And that's the short-term goal. Obviously, the long-term goal is to be able to provide the data sets for AI companies around the world so that we can really securitize data and personalize the data so that we can provide resources to AI companies around the world so that they do good and they don't abuse the data sets that they shouldn't own in the first place.
Wow. Incredible. Thank you for that update. And I wanted to learn a little bit more about the Synesis token. You mentioned that there's the two tokens. Maybe you can talk about how they work together with each other and why they're both important.
Sure. So Synesis economy of the dual token system is designed to amplify the overall income potential for data yield farmers and yield generating NFT collectors. Now, this is very, very important because Canon is a DeFi composable NFT. It's able to earn claimable rewards, and it's just beautiful AI generated with a keyword, right, which we call the ontology primitive. The Synesis token is the reward, and it also has the participatory right to vote. So we've got the governance tokens of SNS, and we've got the NFT token of Canon working side by side, very, very closely knit.
Very cool. And you mentioned that you're working on the games. There's also another alpha that's launching soon. What is the next biggest thing that's coming up towards the end of 2021 here, and the most important things for 2022?
Right. So basically, 2021 will be getting the alpha product out, and because it's almost Christmas and holiday season, so we want to make sure everyone at Synesis One is focused on building the community so that more people know about what Synesis One is doing, what the actual project is all about, and to create the suspense as well as the excitement towards, okay, wow, this is a totally different NFT that people are going to own. I'm going to be able to own a word in multiple different languages.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And what do you think, because this is such a, people aren't familiar with this, and it's so innovative that it's genius, but at the same time, it's unfamiliar right now. What do you think will be the key factor to success in ensuring that Synesis is successful 5+ years down the road?
Right. First of all, it's very important that people are or have the ability to make a living out of this, right? Mm-hmm. And if they can make money and have fun, that's all it takes, really. Mm-hmm. And if they can really enjoy, the whole ethos behind this is to securitize data and be able to train AIs around the world so that it's actually beneficial for human society, right? Mm-hmm. That's the underlying ethos. However, for a normal Joe blogs, we want them to come on board, have fun, without even knowing that they're training AI. They're playing games, having fun, and making money. That's the best way to do it. And we think we can do that very, very well with our gaming background as well as our AI background. Mm-hmm. And obviously our blockchain enthusiasm as well as our specialism.
Definitely. And I feel like in a way, people are already training AI by just making Google searches and browsing through the internet, but they're not getting any rewards from it. Really, they are the
Absolutely.
product.
Ashton, you bring up the most important point here. We're training data for companies that are not rewarding us with jack shit. Mm-hmm. And we want to reward people. We want them to get the rewards. We want them to make money and feel good about it, but all the time to design this. This was a project that Josh and I thought about for a very, very long time. Mm-hmm. And we needed the technologies like the NFT, like DeFi, like GameFi to come out so that all these pieces are put together to form this amazing Synesis One ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. I'm looking forward to the alpha launch, Paul, and all of the major releases after that. For the viewers that are looking to follow along with Synesis One, get more information, follow the alpha launch and more, what's the best way for them to get involved?
First of all, we're going to provide you with the Telegram group as well as the Twitter, but also our website, Synesis.one, is where you can find all the information as well, and ongoing chats in our Telegram group and our community. So we want people to join, we want people to get excited about this, and we want people to have fun and make money.
Great. Well, I will leave all those links as well in the description box below that you mentioned, Paul. All the best on Synesis and the upcoming alpha launch, and I know we will be following up in the near future.
Thank you so much, Ashton. Thank you for your time.